mighty Cougars. Both teams super stacked. Got off to a flying start, the Infernos. They got exactly the kind of start they wanted. But they did lose a wicket just now in the form of Venkatesh Naidu, who's been in a blistering form. And Farhan Ali picks up the first wicket in his very first over. Just the second ball of the very first over. Incredible. The weather's been such a delight tonight. You will enjoy each and every ball of this night tonight for sure. It's going to be a great contest. Oh, that's a slower delivery. And Hassan Behmat, a brilliant batsman, just walked in, places it into the gully with such finesse. Gets off and gets the first run on board for himself. Keeps the scoreboard ticking. Farhan Ali, terrific bowler, performs almost every game. Oh, brilliant. That's a full one. That's a full one. Just flicked it towards the fine leg. They should get two. No problems getting there. Incredible batsmen, both of them. Fahad Babar, the mighty Fahad Babar, he scored 138 in the last game that he's played. What a brilliant knock. The best so far I've seen from him in the Midwest, in this first edition of this mighty Midwest Premier League. A tournament, a franchise tournament, almost conducted at an international level. Brilliant slower one. Fahad Babar just placing it towards a backward point. And we'll get a single. It's a good start for the Infernos. A lot depends on these two batsmen, because they usually give the momentum to the rest of the team to come and put up that big total. But the Cougars here tonight are stacked. Calvin Savage, good fielding from Riaz. At the end of 4 overs, the Infernos 31 for 1. Going strong. They just lost a wicket. Doesn't matter. In T20 cricket, you have 20 overs and 10 wickets. You can afford to lose a wicket every 2 overs, as long as every player who's coming in is coming in with a very good positive attitude. You see the spinners are already in. Spinner Mohammad is coming in to attack from the street end of the Hanover Park. Very difficult to bowl from there. There's a lot of cars parked tonight. A lot of crowd in the stadium as well. Usually this is one of those toughest matches that you see in the league, where both teams are equally poised. Brilliantly flicked towards the square leg for a single. Sunny Singh, the president, is also the fielder here tonight. Has every bit of ability to damage with the ball and with the bat as well. My brother. Good check. Oh, that is not a run. Good call from Fahad Babar. They didn't take the single. It was right in the hands of Sunny. He's got a very strong arm. You do not want to risk with a fielder like him. Pretty tidy start from Muhammad. This is a shorter one. Lucky to get away with on that occasion. Surprised the batsman with the bounce. There's nobody in the square. Mind you, this is still the power play. There is a long on and there is a deep mid wicket. So they try to hit him. It's gonna go. The ground's rolling brilliantly. The grass conditions just perfect tonight. Oh, brilliant stroke down the ground. Good fielding from Farhan Ali. Tried to attack the ball, just couldn't grip it. Would want to take a shot at the stumps. Brilliant over. Wonderful over this from Mohammad. Just 2 runs coming off it. The Cougars have definitely done a wonderful job to make sure the Infernos have not gone on to a flying start. The last 2 overs have been incredible for the Cougars. Wicket, and now this over, just 2 runs coming off it. So Sunny Singh into the attack now from the park end of the Hanover Park. A very, very complex bowler. Very difficult to read him. Everybody knows he bowls leg. But he's going to turn the ball so much, it would be almost impossible to hit him. Usually gets a lot of wickets. Oh, that's a very good ball and a wide. Certainly a wide. You see the turn. That's exactly what I'm talking about. He bowls at the leg stump and the ball turns so much that it just went for wide. Oh, brilliant ball this one. Good fielding. That should be gone. Direct hit is gone. Oh, no. That was incredible. Nice piece of fielding. Hassan Bimad was out by miles. It's a very, very risky run. Good fielding effort from Muhammad. Brilliant start this from Sunny. Oh, there's a full and that's gone. That's gone. And that's the big, big wicket of Sunny. Fahd Babar and Sunny Singh. He does the trick. The big and mighty wicket. Look at that ball. You would want to watch that ball again and again. This is Shane Warne reborn. You look at that coming in all the way from behind the batsman and cleaning up the middle stump. Look at the turn on that occasion. How many times did I tell you folks, it's never ever easy to hit Sunny Singh. Terrific spin bowler. Probably the best leg spinner that we have in the Chicago land. What an incredible talent he is. This is a big, big blow for the Infernos. Sorry, the Itasca Warriors. What an incredible delivery. Would love to watch the replay on that occasion. So apparently they're still working on the replay. But nevertheless, Run the visual in your mind. Such a terrific delivery. Stays in your mind for years. What an incredible ball this is from Sunny Singh. Brilliant turn. Just wonderful. Brilliant ball yet again. This time Shahir Hassan walks in. The big hitter. Apparently somebody named him Shahir Sixer instead of Shahir Hassan, because he can hit the ball really big. He can hit it well. It's a very risky run for a single, but comfortably in. Some serious over from Sunny Singh. What an incredible over this from him so far. Hassan Bemathi loves to play spin. He also knows this is the last over of the power play. What is he going to do? Brilliant. Just played it towards the point. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's unnecessary from Calvin Savage. They're going to get 2 runs walking thanks to Calvin Savage. You don't expect international player to do that in the local leagues, specifically for one reason. You don't have international fielders who are coming in to back your throws. He needs to know that backing up is a big sin and a curse for Chicagoland. You don't see players backing up too often. This is brilliant comeback from Sunny. What an incredible over this from him. Except for those 2 unnecessary runs, it would have been a 3-run over with a wicket. So at the end of the power play, the Itasca Warriors 38 for 2. Brilliant bowling this from Kamran Syed now. Wendell, he was a little expensive. The first over his ball. Now he's come back. That's edge towards the third man. Will get a single easily. Shahir Hassan has changed his game completely. He used to be the devastating opener. He used to just hit about everything. But now he plays this matured game. Doesn't suit him or his team. Should just play his natural game. Good running between the wickets. Nicely placed by Hassan. Mujibur Rahman, the fielder. Brilliant. Places it towards the gully. Will get a single again. Good fielding there from Nihal Sanjay. Terrific player. Wonderful all-rounder. Brilliant. Well played actually. Just a single on that occasion. Good over. This from Kami. A very, very good over. Just 3 runs coming off it. As you can see, Itasca Warriors, the run rate dropped to below 6 for the first time since they have started. So Sunny Singh, he will continue. Oh, that's a brilliant shot. What an incredible shot this from Hassan Bemad. Just picked it up from the slot. This is pressure on Sunny Singh right away. What an incredible shot this from Hassan Bemad. Just waited on it and pounced it towards the cow corner. What a mighty hit that one. Looks so effortless. It's the sheer timing and power of this core fit Hassan Bemad. Oh, this time he wanted to go again. Mind you, the long off is almost towards the sweeper cover for the exact same reason. Never easy to hit Sunny. You might get away with one, but there you go. That's a brilliant over yet again. What an incredible comeback from Sunny Singh. The pressure was right at him. After being hit for the first six of the first ball, he's come back with 2 dot balls. Gonna be interesting. Oh, might be a wide. Yes, it is. Sunny Singh, he turns the ball too much. That's something that he carries with him, the extras, because of the too much turn. And this time, it's brilliant. Just 1 run. And Hassan Bemad just trying to hit it with the turn towards Calvin Savage. Deep square. Oh, this time Shahir Hassan picks one towards the extra covers. Might be difficult for her. Oh, brilliant fielding. Lovely fielding from Calvin Savage. Just saved 2 runs for his team. Brilliant this one. A little expensive on this occasion, Sunny Singh. But nevertheless, he's come back really strong after being hit for that 6. Oh, that could be gone. That could be gone. No. Sunny Singh, he thought he got him. Everybody is surprised, but the umpire is not convinced. But that is cricket for you, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there you go. The replays are back. It's going to be interesting. So the end of 8 overs. The Itasca Warriors 51 for 2. What an incredible hit this from Hassan Behmat. He's dealing it in sixes now. Kamran Syed bowling a slotted delivery. Let's look at the replay if we can. What a brilliant hit this is. A mighty one. Went all the way across the street end of the Hanover Park. For folks who know the stadium, they know exactly where the ball went. What an incredible hit this. Oh, that could have been gone. Just placed it to the third man. The keeper, the effort from Veer was brilliant. Just couldn't get to the reach of it. Kami is a little disappointed. Not quite sure how far that was from the keeper. Very hard to say from this angle. Placed it towards the backward point, and oh, that's good fielding, and there could be overthrow. Yes, it is. This is really sloppy from the Cougars. You do not want to give away these easy singles. Breaks the momentum, breaks the bowler's rhythm as well, and that also brings back Shahir Hassan on strike. So Shahir Hassan playing the smarter game and just giving Hassan Behmat the strike. That's edge towards the keeper. The keeper, he thought it was in the reach, just fell short of him. The umpire signaling it one for the over. This is brilliant batting from Hassan Behmat. Just using the leg side delivery and flicking it towards the fine leg for a boundary to end the over of Kamran Syed. He's going a little expensive tonight, almost at 9 runs per over. So at the end of 9 overs, the Itasca Warriors 63 for 2. What a shot this is from Shahir Hassan. The first ball, Salubhai comes in, is lodged for a 6. All the time in the world, Shahir Hassan to hit that one. And he just smacks it towards the cow corner. And opens the first 6 of the first ball of Salubhai. This time he slashes one towards the extra covers. Will only get a single. Good comeback from Salubai. This time he pulled the length a little bit and turned it away from the batsman, not letting him get under the ball. Oh, that's a brilliant ball. Just clouded towards the covers. Calvin Savage, the fielder, will not want to take chances with Calvin Savage. He's got a good throw. International player from South Africa coming and playing in this mighty Midwest Premier League. This is pulled well, pulled brilliantly towards the mid wicket for a six. What an incredible hit this one from Shahir Hassan. Such a powerful man. A flat six. You look at that. Such a flat six. Came in like a rocket towards the mid wicket, right next to the commentary box. This is the over that the Infernos were looking for. Sorry, the Itasca Warriors were looking for. They are getting those couple of big hits in a couple of overs. Oh, this time it's even bigger. This is just unbelievable. It's at least 1.5 times the six. At least 100 meters on that occasion. What an incredible hit. Right, picked it right from the slot. Just brilliant. Look at how far the ball went. Oh my god, right into the next park. This is a very, very good over. 21 runs coming off it so far with the ball left. Farhan Ali is back into the attack, ladies and gentlemen. Shahir Hassan is definitely taken on. He started pretty slowly. He was going to run a ball. He was 6 in 8 deliveries, and all of a sudden, he's 27 in 14. Just flick towards the fine leg. They will get 2. They might even get 3. Hassan Behmat wants 3, but Shahir Hassan doesn't want 3 there. Veer, the keeper, a young prospect. Just flick down the leg, not too far from the keeper, but Veer is just watching out for it. Oh, that's a wide. The umpire is the bowler Farhan. He's surprised. He didn't think that was a slow one, and Shahir Hassan definitely misread that. But Farhan was surprised it was called a wide. Umpire is always in a best position. The bowler is never happy about wides. They'll always have something to complain about. That's the spirit of the game. The bowlers, they want to make sure every ball counts. So nothing wrong with that. This time it's just placed into the gully. Will take a single and get off strike. Shahir Hassan brings back Hassan Behmat on strike. Brilliant. That's a wonderful York. Just placed it towards the short mid wicket. And Salman Bhai, the fielder, will not be able to stop a single, but definitely can stop the double. Oh, brilliant. This is just placed into the covers, just single. This is really, really good bowling from Farhan Ali. Except that leg bias, there's nothing much that is given away. It's very, very common. Get a single in this format of the game, as long as you make sure there are no boundaries. In T20 game, that's all you care at the moment. The field is spread wide. There's 5 fielders. Oh, brilliant. Hassan Behmat just trying to swing on that occasion. Brilliant. Just flicked it towards the fine leg and they will get a 2. There's no fielder. The only fielder on the leg is actually in the deep. So that would be easy 2 runs on that occasion. So at the end of 12 overs, the Itasca Warriors 104 for 2. This is really good bowling from Anshul Bisht. He's kind of firing up the pace a little bit. He's a very good young prospect. Played the minor league for Seattle Thunderbolts last year. He was in the winning championship team for minor league. He's coming to play with the big boys in the local leagues now. Oh, this is brilliantly played. It's up in the air. Should be taken, and Mujib doesn't drop it. That is the end. That is the end of Hassan Bemat. And Anshul Bish provides the most crucial breakthrough. The Itasca Warriors were looking to take the game away from the Cougars. They're scoring at a run rate of 8.45. They look pretty strong to score about 180. But with that departure from Hassan Bemat, who just tried to place it into the backward point, just edged it towards the All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So Abir Chippa, he's a new batsman. Shahir Hassan, he is killing it tonight. He's on 32 from 19. Scored his last 22 runs from just 10 deliveries. This is good bowling from Anshul Bish. Super control. Bowling it in the right pace. Would be interesting how Shahir Hassan is going to play. He's playing on 32 from 19. This is brilliant bowling from Anshul Bish. He thought there was a fielder there. The shot mid-off. But he had to go fetch it. But no harm done. Just one run came off that last ball. So that's a brilliant over from Anshul Bish. 6 runs and 1 wicket. Not sure if it's just us. The live streaming is stuck a little bit. But I'll give you the commentary as we go. There you go. We're back live. So, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of 14 overs, Anshul Bish continuing. And Abir Shipa drives one towards the covers. That's a direct hit, but the batsman is safely in. So the umpire's not excited. Good ball, really good ball. This from Anshul. He is just killing it here. It's two wides for sure, but in spite of that, they're only able to get 4 runs in the 2 balls. You can see that he's mixing up the pace nicely, not letting the batsman go over the top. This time it's head towards the cow corner. The fielder's right there. Oh, and that's just 1 run. What brilliant effort in the fielding from Calvin Savage. Took it easily with just one hand and threw it right back. Oh, this is really, really good bowling from Anshul. He's come back really strong, except for those 2 wides. He's been brilliant so far. Just has to finish the over strong. This is straight into the fields of Calvin Savage. Just 1 run coming off it. This is a really, really good over from Anshul. Just 7 runs coming off it so far. And this is the 15th over, so they wouldn't mind. The Cougars, they're slowing down the boundaries now. It's getting darker. The wind's getting heavy. It's going to be a good contest though. Brilliant, driven straight down the ground. Just another single. Shahir Hassan is playing tentatively. And that's the end of Anshul Bish. Second over. It's going to be super interesting to see what the Itasca Warriors are going to score the last 5 overs. At the end of 15 overs, the Itasca Warriors 122 for 3. That was an incredible hit. What a nice shot from Shahir Hassan taking on Mohammad. This is brilliant. Hits a six and then just cuts it into the gully for another single. Gets off strike. This is just brilliant. 7 runs coming off it already. Mohammad was going pretty strong until the third over. It's going less than run a ball. But all of a sudden. So Shahir Hassan lodging one straight over long off fielder who's just gonna watch it sail. What is Abid Chippa gonna do? He's playing on 6 from 8. He's got to accelerate as well. There's some deep batting lineup. This is brilliant. This is brilliant. Good running between the wickets. So Shahir Hassan is now on strike. Abid Chippa doing just about the right thing. Trying to give Shahir Hassan, who's in a devastating form, most of the strike. Brilliant bowling. Nicely adjusted. Shahir Hassan looked to go on the top and then he went a little full, almost into the block hole. Brilliant bowling from Mohammad. Nice comeback after being hit for a 6. This is just flicked towards the square leg. Won't get a single. This is really, really good comeback. But this is also a very good over for the Itasca Warriors. They got 9 this over. They'll take these 9 run overs because that's slowly going to accumulate towards the 175 total that they're looking for. So that's 5 runs. That's really sad. Veer had his helmet right there and the ball actually went and hit it. Fielders were not happy. Veer is just a youngster, mind you. Poor kid. That's okay. He's giving his 100%, playing with the big boys in the big stage. Brilliant. Just placed it into the gully. These singles are not going to stop. This is really, really good. That's 5 run penalty. You don't see that too often. Calvin Savage was so frustrated. He was shouting Veer because he doesn't like to spoil his stats. You could see that already. That's 6 runs in extras of just 2 balls. And there's a run being sold. So 7 runs already. This is just cut towards. Oh no, this should not have been a single. Adds to the frustration for Calvin Savage. He is just not happy. That went straight to the keeper. It's just the pressure that everybody is putting on this little kid. He's just maybe 16 years of age. They're trying to put so much pressure around him instead of encouraging him. Oh, this is brilliant. And that's brilliantly fielded. What incredible instincts. Let's watch the replay on that occasion. That was a York delivery, went straight to the bowler and he takes it in a jiffy. Just look at that. Oh wow, brilliant, just brilliant. Oh, this time he pulls one towards the long on. Oh no, that's poor fielding. That is poor fielding. Calvin Savage is not going to be happy about it. That's misfield, and that brings up the 50 for the mighty Shahir Hassan, who played a wonderful knock tonight. Uh, you do not want to field with your legs when Calvin Savage is bowling. He is going to take your case after the game. This is should be a wide. Yes, it is. Calvin Savage. These extras are just sprinkling salt over the wound. Just not helping. This is just placed to the point, and that should be gone. No, it's an overthrow. What's happening? That's a big, big over. 15 run over of Calvin Savage, and look at how many extras were there. 7 extras, 5 penalty, 2 wides. Just not on. 7 runs and extras. You rarely see that from an international bowler. But the run rate's creeping up now. The Itasca Warriors, they're getting to a good shape. They're getting the runs they need. They're 146 for 3 already. 3 overs to go. They'll definitely try and target 180, 185. They've just got to materialize though. Oh, this is a good shot. Fielder getting underneath it. And he's going to take it. Anshul Best. He doesn't drop many. But Abir Chippa, he's gone. At this hour, you just have to keep going. Brilliantly taken in the deep. So Farhan Ali comes back to take the second wicket of the first ball. This is just brilliant. Could see Mitansh walking in. Bright young prospect. Meets the under 18 quota or the under 21 quota. Every team's got to have an under 21 player. They have 2 here. Veer Malhotra along with Mitansh. the owner of Itasca Warriors, Sandeep, he should be pretty happy with the score so far. Doesn't matter how many wickets they lose in the last 3 overs, they just got to keep accelerating. That's exactly why they sent Mitansh Nityanandam. Because this kid, he can hit some big shots. Oh, brilliantly played. Just flicked it towards the short mid wicket. They might even get two. This is just unbelievable. They just placed it into the short mid wicket. There's no fielder there. The fielder was a little finer. So they get 2 runs. Smart batting this from Mitansh. Way forward and way upward. These kids, I've seen them as 8-year-olds, 7-year-olds. They're all playing with the big boys in the big leagues. Brilliant to watch. Oh, what a fiery delivery. This one should be a wide. Yes, it is. All that effort only to bowl another ball. That was some serious pace generated. Mitansh Nityanandam, he's not worried about it. He's super young, strong core. His reflexes super fast. He can, and they practice all the time with this kind of pace. That's probably why Mitansh has been sent up the order. That's good strategy from the captain of the Itasca Warriors. Oh, this is brilliantly hit. Fielder Mujib takes that wonderful catch. Very hard catch to take under the lights. Brilliant catch though. And Mitansh Nityanandam have nothing to lose. Brilliant shot and a brilliant catch as well. You get out to such a wonderful catch, you have no regrets because he placed it in the gap. It was hard to take that running catch. And Farhan Ali gets his third. Itasca Warriors, they have to keep going. Looks like maybe Fahad Khan might be walking in. He's a big hitter as well. Oh, brilliant. Right into the oh my goodness. It was a desperate uphill. That was a full toss ball. And the umpire's not convinced though. But Farhan Ali, he's okay with that. He thinks he's got him right. It's a full toss. He is literally begging for it. Brilliant visuals. So Shair Hassan is now on strike. Oh, this has hit big. A big one, and the ball's gone. These balls, they don't come back. They went into the pond. Right next to the dome here. What an incredible hit. You miss the line, bowling to somebody like Shair Hassan who's playing on 50. He's going to punish you. He's going to punish you well. Incredible. So the umpire running in to change the ball. We thank all our sponsors for this wonderful tournament. Yash Technology stays on top of everything they do. Wonderful lovers of cricket. Oh, this is even bigger. This is just unbelievable. Calvin Savage was right there. He made a very, very desperate effort. Just couldn't get to the reach of the ball. He just got his hands on it. This is really, really good over. And Shair Hassan, he's killing it tonight with 2 overs to go. The Itasca Warriors 162 for 5. Just 2 overs to go. Calvin Savage came in to finish his last over. Fahad Khan, what is he gonna do? Will he keep going, or he'll take a single and let Shair Hassan do the damage? It's gonna be brilliant. Oh, brilliant! Just placed it to the gully. Good fielding by Riaz. That's a very valuable dot ball with 12 balls to go. Every dot ball counts. Fahad Khan will definitely look to swing now. Oh, that's gone. Oh my goodness, that's dropped. I just can't believe that catch was dropped. Should be a lollipop for anybody. Reyes just was confused. That was a slow delivery. That was right there. Unbelievable scenes these. And Calvin Savage, look at his frustration. Oh boy. Oh, this is cut towards the backward point for a boundary. This is not helping Calvin Savage's momentum. Just not helping. That catch, had that been taken, the new batsman would have been on strike. That would have given some momentum. That drop catch not only gave away a single, but also a 4 in the subsequent delivery in the form of Shair Hassan. Brilliant, brilliant ball this one. Shair just tried to cut it into the gully this occasion. A little cheeky. 4 balls, 5 runs. Calvin Salvage will take that. 2 dot balls. He's moving the long on field straighter and he's adjusting the mid wicket to come towards the cow corner. Tells me that he's gonna go with a slotted delivery. There you go. This should be gone. Oh no, that's dropped again. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? That was in the air for some time. Wonder who the fielder is. It looks like it's Kami there. Kamran Syed, the big daddy. These are just unusual visuals. Could have gotten 2 wickets. Calvin Savage should have been a brilliant over. And that's 2 runs taken. That's a slow one. Hit towards the long on. They'll take 1. That's the end of Calvin Salvage's spell. Brilliant spell though. 33. 33 in 4 is alright. All those drop catches, those extras, those 5-run penalties just added at. If not for that, Calvin Savage should be bowling a 6-run spell, 6 economy spell. The last over now. The Warriors have placed themselves comfortably. 170 for 5. Anything from now on is a bonus, so they'll look to maximize on this. Brilliant weather this. Nice and windy. No forecast for rain here tonight. Brilliant. They are looking for 2. They want to. Calvin Savage, the fielder, won't be able to stop 2 there. Shahir Hassan is trying to keep maximum strike. He's playing on 72. He certainly should take the maximum strike. There's 5 balls to go. Brilliant. They'll look for 2. He was just playing with Farhan Ali. He was walking for a single and he was shouting Ajo, Ajo, Ajo. So Farhan Ali was doing all the hard work just to make him tired. Sensible batting this. Oh, this is a full toss ball. This should be a boundary. This is unnecessary. This is just unnecessary. Full toss ball towards the leg. And Fahad Khan had no problem just flicking it towards a fine leg for a boundary. You look at the fitness around the park. Folks running at night, trying to get those steps in. Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Oh, this should be taken. This should be gone. Yes, it is. That's the end of Fahad Khan. They should keep running no matter what. They're doing the right thing. You see that was played right to the fielder. Soft dismissal. So Fahad Khan walks off. There's 3 balls remaining. I wonder who's going to walk in. Oh, that's a good ball. That's a nice comeback. Shahir Hassan asking if it's a wide, and the umpire's not convinced. He thinks it's a right ball. You see these visuals too often. You see the bowler, whenever the umpire gives a wide, he kind of justifies himself. And sometimes during these last overs, when it's not a wide, a batsman tries to justify if it's a wide to the umpire. Very common visual. Oh, brilliant. Lovely, wonderful hit towards the cow corner for a boundary. Shahir Hassan maximizing towards the end. That was the last ball. That's the end of the innings. Brilliant finish to the end of the innings. 181 for 6 in 20. So 182 is the target for the Cougars. So we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back to see if Cougars will be able to chase down a target of 182. It's going to be an interesting contest, ladies and gentlemen. Cougars will require the chase at 9.1 and over. We have a mighty batting lineup. It's going to be an interesting chase, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we are back. After 1 over, Cougars are 8 for no loss, with Kamran Sayed batting at 1 and Anshul batting at 7. The last ball went for a boundary. Chasing 182 to win. It's going to be one interesting game. Inside edge onto the stumps, end of Kamran Sayed. Mitansh gets a wicket on the first ball, and the big man is walking back. Look at that delivery. Went for a full swing inside edge onto the pads and to the stumps. Unhappy Kami. Not a good start to Cougars' chase, as Kami is someone who always gives them that initial kick in the first 6 overs, walking back for 1 of 3 balls. And a big confidence booster for Mitansh. Alright, with that we got Mohammad Riaz coming in at number 3. Riaz had a really good tournament for Cougars over the weekend. USA T10. Played some marvelous innings. Let's see if he can continue his form in MPL. Mitansh to continue, 5 balls to go. Nicely bowled, well tapped. The non-striker wanted a single, sent back, direct hit by the keeper. A different kind of energy we are seeing here from Itasca Warriors. Immediately sent back there by Riaz. He did not want to take that gamble, and I'm glad he did not. Good fielding there by Itasca Warriors. Nicely tapped. This time Riaz wanted a single, but oh, look at that fielding. This time it was Riaz who wanted the single, sent back by Anshul. And we see another direct hit, this time by the captain Fahad Khan. Look at that. Clean collect and a beautiful throw. Just made it. And that slow motion was brought to you by Adi, our technical guy, trying to give you the best experience possible. Here goes Mitansh with his 4th delivery. This time outside off, that's a wide, and they're going to steal 1 more run. So that's 2 wides. And this brings Anshul on strike for the first time against Mitansh. Dropping a deep square leg. And the other man outside the circle is long off. Everybody else inside the circle. Nicely pulled, and that's one bounce four around the cow corner area. Nicely picked here. Beautiful shot. Just fell short of the boundary. Nicely bowled, well driven to point. Will manage to steal a single. Seven runs so far and a wicket in this over. Long on and a deep mid wicket in place for Riaz. He could go over covers if he feel like. Down the track he goes. Straight to mid wicket and no run. So 2 overs gone. The score is 15 for 1. And here's the match summary. Itasca Warriors scored 181 with contributions from Shahir Hassan, scored 74 of 44, Hassan Bima 38 of 32, and Fahad Babar 14 of 14. And if I'm not wrong, Shahir Hassan was dropped for 0 by Kamran Sayed, a very easy cotton ball. It was put down and luck favors the brave. Shahir Hassan ended up scoring the highest runs in the game, 79. Vinny Sinha to continue. This is going to be the third over. Coming around the wicket to the left-hander. Nicely bowled, very well pulled, maybe out, and he's gone. That's the end of Anshul. Nice and easy, very calm catch by Ata at backward square leg. Wanted to pull hard, but the ball hurried onto him a little bit. Couldn't quite get it right and only managed to find the fielder. Anshul gone for 12 of 7 with 2 boundaries. And the new batsman in. Is Danish, who, if I'm not wrong, is the impact player. And never underestimate Danish. He's a very good batter. Has been playing in Chicago for quite some time. We have seen him play some match-winning knocks for Cougars at Glendale Heights. A different atmosphere, a different tournament, a different level. But class is class, so looking forward to this knock by Danish. .115 for 2 is the score. There's a deep third man and deep fine leg. Those are the 2 men outside. Kind of strange field. Nicely bowled. Trying to save that boundary if it takes the outside edge or Danish flicks him. Bowling with the wind, Vinicina. Nicely played, and that fielder is in play. So smart field position there by the captain. Leg by is the call. There's a light behind the van that's parked that's bothering the camera. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a problem in the next over for the batters as well. Excellent bowling there by Vinicina. And I'm not sure if that's parked right behind the van or it's further back. And we don't have ways to communicate that to the person. And that's a wide. No, the umpire has called it not a wide because it touched the batsman. Very sportive of Riaz to let the umpire know. 2 more balls to go in this over. Here goes Winnie. Another beautiful delivery. Couldn't get the bat to it. I think there was a miscalculation because of the wide delivery. That's why I said 2 balls to go. And that's actually the end of the over. So 3 overs gone. 17 for 2. We'll be fixing that at cricket clubs as well. So Danish Malik and Mohammad Riaz out there. Still to bat, Calvin Savage, Nihal Sanjay, Mohammad Mohsin, Sunny Singh, Farhan Ali, Mohammad Mujib, Veer Malhotra and Salman Khan. So they bat deep. They bat until Veer Malhotra. Mitansh in his second over. Nicely bowled, well played by Danish, and now he's off the mark. So like I was saying before, I don't think it's the light from the parking lot. It's further down, and from the camera angle, it's hitting it. But for the batsman, it's okay. And with that, we got our fellow commentator, Shri, back. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you, Shah Rukh Khan. My brother from a different mother. How is it that everybody in Chicago likes you, Shah Rukh?
Well, I like to believe that, but I'm not very sure about it.
I'm sure about it. Everybody likes you for the sweetheart that you are. No two things about it.
Well, I guess you're not watching the USA T10 then. I had my share of controversies here. But it's part of the game. But thank you so much for your love, for sure.
Definitely. हैदराबाद वाले पूरे दिलदार होते हैं.
No two questions about that. Nicely bowled and very well kept by Venki. Wanted to go for a big slog shot, Danish, but couldn't get it. So what do you think, Shri, looking at the situation and the way the conditions are, do you think 181 is a decent score by Itasca Warriors to win this game?
Absolutely. I think they're already on top of the game. They didn't let the flying start that the Cougars would ideally have with Kami and Anshul opening. Anshul was looking good.
Nicely pulled, and that's gonna race away for 4. Sorry, continue.
Absolutely. Wonderful shot from Danish Malik. No two things about it. He's had all the time in the world for that one. A little shot from Mitansh on that occasion. And Danish has no problems putting it away towards a backward point. Sorry, backward square leg.
Coming back to your analogy of 181 being a decent score, and they didn't let Cougars go to the...
Yeah, I mean, when the game started, I thought it was going to be an interesting chase because you look at the batting lineup that the Cougars have. They have a very mighty batting lineup. I mean, I thought 200 would be an ideal score initially. I thought they were like 19 and short, to be honest, when Cougars started. Because when Kami and Anshul gets going, Riaz, Danish, everybody comes in, chips in, and then there is Calvin Savage to finish towards the end. So, and then there is also Nihal playing this time for the Cougars, who's a wonderful bat. By the way, have played for Hyderabad Cricket Association.
Very nice, very nice.
So, I mean, looking at the team that they've got, I think it's surprising that, it's unfortunate to lose 2 mighty wickets that Cougars usually count on. But it's still going to be an interesting game. But I think Cougars might fall short about 15-20 runs by the end of the game, though. That's what I'm thinking.
No, I completely agree with you. And talking about their deep batting, I was just looking at the scorecard. Oh, that's too high and wide is the call from the leg umpire. So that's beyond the batsman's head. And that's 1 for the over as well. So yeah, I was looking at the scorecard and they literally bat till 10. Except for Salman Bhai, everybody bats. Even the wicketkeeper Veer bats at number 10.
Salman Bhai is a super sub. So there's 11 batsmen here for Cougars here tonight.
So I need to go back to that scorecard and see how many names I read. Otherwise, they can bat all the way to number 11.
Absolutely.
And that being said, I think, yes, Itasca has kind of held them back from getting to that great start which we were expecting from Cougars, especially chasing 182. And in 4 overs, they only gave them 23 runs and took 2 of their very good batters. Still the same... let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, you're absolutely right. So they bat until the last man, which is Veer Malhotra. And with Danish coming in place of Salman Khan as the impact player, that adds to the batting.
I am so surprised. Look at that scorecard, man. Anshul and Kami, even if they had given a 30-40 quick run, you look at Riaz, Danish, Calvin Savage, Nihal, Mohammad Mohsin, and Sunny Singh, and Farhan Ali and Mujib, who plays minor league, who's coming in at almost like 9 down, and then Veer Malhotra. So I would be surprised if Cougars lost this game. But unfortunate for them, they didn't get the ideal start that they want.
But it's a good testing for their batting lineup as well. They typically rely on Anshul and Kami. They failed, but this is the time when the lower order gets a chance to prove their talent and probably take the game away. So it's not over yet. 4 overs, 23 does feel like Itasca is on top, and they are. But looks, if they bat to their full potential, then we could have a game.
So stat analogy here, Itasca Warriors, they were pretty much the same after 4 overs.
Okay.
They only lost 1 wicket, but they did lose a second wicket before the power play. And they were almost 35 in 6 overs for 2 wickets. So they were going run a ball until Shahir Hassan and Hassan Bimad kind of started accelerating.
Makes sense.
So at some point...
By the way, there is a controversy about the game-changing moment. And I think Kami might get a $50 check for dropping that catch.
I think he's gone for celebration a little too early.
Absolutely. There was such a sitter that he dropped off his own bowling, so you can't even say that he was doing it to tease somebody else. But wasn't Shahir batting at 0?
He was on 2 when that dropped.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it would have changed the game completely. Look at Wenky's fast hands.
Absolutely. All right, so there's a change in bowling now. Abir Chippa coming in and replacing Vinny Sinha from the Park side end. An excellent keeping there by Venki.
It's just incredible how Itasca Warriors are coming back into this game, annihilating with their bowling attack. Mitansh Nithanandam has taken a brilliant wicket.
Of the first ball.
Just 15 years of age. Imagine a kid 15 years of age taking the wicket of Kamran Syed, the man on whose shoulders the entire Cougar sedan travel
Absolutely. Not just in this tournament.
every tournament, every place for so many years.
Outside edge, and good try by Atta, but couldn't get his hands to it. 2 easy runs to Riaz. Hassan Bimat not too happy here from cow corner.
Hassan Bimat, he's played a wonderful knock tonight, so he'll be definitely charged up and motivated. Excellent fitness. I mean, when you see folks like Hassan Bimat playing,
Oh, beautiful
that's
stumping
gone.
there by Venki. He doesn't even need to ask the umpire. That's how quick he was, and that's how out of place Riaz was.
Riaz
Look at
was
that stumping.
Riaz was definitely struggling. He's playing on 3 from 9, and he had to make some difference. And look at that, he completely
Beautiful
missed the
stumping.
line.
Beautiful stumping. He even
Oh.
lost his bat, so there was another reason he could have been out. And there you go, 25 for 3 Cougars in 4.3 overs. Abir Chippa joining the party.
So, who do you have as favorites for this tournament championship?
To be honest with you, it's a very open tournament. Initially, it was Chicago Rangers, but let's not go there. uh, according to me, I think there are some teams, they're very well balanced, very well gelled. D Park, for example. Lahore Qalandars are also a very good side, depending on which combination they play. So it's a definitely open tournament. But if you ask me 3 names, then I would say D Park for sure. That's one of my top 3, along with Lahore Qalandars. And at third spot, I would say, I don't know. I mean, I don't have a preference for the third one. So I would
I
say
can
either-
finish it for you because
please do it,
you
do it.
actually did mention 2 of the names that I had in mind.
Okay.
I think the 4 semi-finalists are going to be D Park, Lahore Qalandars, Itasca Warriors,
Uh-huh.
and Cardinals.
Cardinals, yes.
They
Cardinals
have
would
such
been
a
my
balanced
third.
team.
Yes.
And they have Lahiru, they have
No, I completely
Kranti
agree.
Kumar.
I agree with you. I mean, even the game they played against us, I'll be very honest, as the captain of Chicago Rangers, we thought it's going to be a little easier compared to the other, stacked up teams, but they are very well gelled and a very good team. And at that time, I don't think Lahiru was part of the playing 11. He joined later, if I'm not wrong. But yes, they are one of the hot favorites. So those are my 3: D Park, Lahore Qalandar, and Cardinals. Not in that order, but those are my 3 for sure. Itasca Warriors are not in my top 3. Sorry to say. In the air, 1 bounce.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why I like Itasca is because they have been gelling well as a team. Like, they don't have players traveling. Like, like Lahore Qalandars, for example. Imagine if they don't have their traveling players in the playoffs.
Then they
are
play
in
with
trouble.
a completely different playing 11.
Absolutely. So that is something that kind of, well, and look at D Park. They all play together. They know each other's strengths. They back it up. And all the teams that actually win, like you look at the American T20 as well.
Yeah.
Chicago players won it, and Midwest Stars have actually been the runners.
Yeah.
Both teams, they play together with the same team. There's not much changes. International players come in, they don't come in, it doesn't matter because they have a stacked 11 locally.
Sure.
That kind of gives them the edge that I feel is
Agreed, because they genuinely play for each other. They
Yeah.
know each other's strengths and weaknesses. So
And
no,
that's what I like
completely
about
agree with you.
Rangers as well. Unfortunate for the Rangers, they have actually messed up in so many winning occasions. Like they were on top for 3 or 4 games in the MPL, and they lost it from the point they were supposed to win.
I mean, I think we played good cricket against great teams, and against comparatively against not so strong teams, we kind of gave it away. But I don't think we ever had a proper combination going. We had a lot of injuries in our team. We had people, same thing, traveling, work issues and whatnot. So there were many times where we literally struggled to have our 11.
Absolutely.
So not having the right combination, and then luck was also not in our favor. And we're playing MPL, the level is higher. where you don't get easier chances like any other tournament.
Yeah,
So hopefully in future we'll learn from it and come back stronger.
absolutely. And on one side, Danish Malik, he's struggling. Calvin Savage is playing on 0 from 3. Very unlike Calvin Savage. He usually starts pretty slow, takes his time, and when he settles down,
That's when he
scoring
explodes.
is never
Yep.
a challenge for
But I
him.
don't think today is one of those days. You can be at 60 in 10 overs and then expect you know the the lower order to come and score 120 in last 10 overs with so much
Definitely.
pressure added.
To
So I
me, in a
yeah,
T20 cricket, the
Mhm.
math that I do is anything over 13 runs per over
it's
is
tougher.
is when I start like losing hopes, because
Uh-huh.
as long as it's 12 runs,
It's
I
gettable.
just believe like when I get to bat, when I the way I look at it is I can hit 2 sixers in an over. That's what I believe in when I go
Mhm.
into play, and as long as that's the equation, it's fine. Anything more than that, it kind of starts to sit on my mind
Sure,
that
sure.
I need to start hitting every ball now.
That's
So
that's very very nicely put. Speaking of that, I saw your post about getting your bats for season 2024, Batman Chicago.
absolutely, Asghar Syed and Batman Chicago. We've bonded really well. Asghar Syed, he is a fellow Hyderabadi. Uh, he loves encouraging some talent.
Sure.
He knows his investments. Wonderful.
And great bats.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. No
Yeah.
two things about it. I mean, I
Absolutely.
think every other bat that you see in Chicago is from
Exactly. I've
Batman
seen
Chicago.
many good batters using his bat and no complaints there.
Absolutely.
And the guy knows about
Oh
you know
yeah. He's done
all
his
the
PhD on the bats.
exactly.
And the best part about Batman Chicago is you can watch the bat being made.
In
Oh,
the
look
air,
at that
this
shot.
is a massive 6 over cow corner and between long on for a massive 6.
That is a 6 in Australian grounds. That is a 6 to
Look at
watch
that
for.
shot.
Oh,
Look
he
at
didn't
that
even
shot.
look
He
at the
didn't
ball.
exactly
Brilliant. Just brilliant.
hit the sweet part of the bat. I'm sure he's not using Batman Chicago, but if he was, this would have been a equally amazing 6. No, but I agree. I mean, Asghar knows what he's doing. His equipment is amazing. The bats he makes, most of those are customized based on your needs. Really amazing. And if Asghar, you're listening to us, feel free to sponsor MPL next year. We will talk more about your bats and kit bags, which actually deserves good marketing because you do have some really good products. For Fahad Khan to continue, last ball. He goes for a beautiful drive, and this time it's gonna run. No, the boundary is not.
What an incredible shot this is. Look at the punch. Look at how the
Mhm.
bat rolls in.
Exactly.
And look at the
Any
follow through.
international ground, this was a boundary, or any ground with a little less thicker grass, this was a boundary. Was able
Wonderful
to beat
shot.
the fielder, but unfortunately the ball died before reaching the fence.
So at this point, after 6 overs, that's the end of the power play, and Chicago Cougars are 36 for 3. They're 1 run ahead, but they're also 1 wicket ahead.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean nothing's impossible. There's still Sunny Singh. When he gets going, oh boy, it's gonna be a massacre. It's gonna be something to remember. When he gets going, oh boy,
He was
it's a treat
batting.
to watch.
He was batting yesterday in a semi-final game against Marco 11. Some of the sixes that he hit, those were not sixes. Those were tens.
That's a true raw Punjab power,
Mm-hmm.
lighting up your life, G. Comes from your movie, Shah Rukh Khan.
I want to see him. I want to see Sunny play at the next level. For that, he might have to work on his bowling because his not so orthodox, style of batting may not get him there. But once he makes it in as a bowler, that's when his batting is gonna talk. I can so imagine TikTok videos being made on him.
Definitely, there's gonna be so many memes.
Nicely
Oh.
bowled. That's a 6 if I'm not
Oh
wrong.
my
Fielder
goodness.
underneath, and Hassan Bhimat drops it.
Oh, Hassan
He did
Bimad.
all the hard work to get under the ball and could not hang on to it. For 1 second, I felt it's coming straight to us, to the commentary tent. But
Oh,
it had
boy.
the height but not the distance. Unfortunate for Hassan, couldn't hang on to it.
For a second, when I saw Hassan Bimat under that, I thought Danish Malik was just unlucky.
I'm
'Cause
sure
this
that's what Danish thought too. Good luck was in his favor.
Yeah, Hassan Bimat, he doesn't doubt many, does he?
Oh, nicely kept. Venki is in a completely different mood today, reminding me of Mahinder Singh Dhoni. Taking the bails out on every single delivery. He's
Yes.
continuing his form from the minor league.
Oh, yeah. Venki is probably the best wicket keepers.
Yep.
I've seen Ashar Mehdi being the top wicket keeper for years,
Yes.
and when especially when he used to play for Pak Gymkhana.
In the air, second
that-
chance to Hassan,
this
but
might be
this
gone.
time it's great work.
Brilliant
so
save.
it was going to be a 6, but Hassan manages to bring it in. A good try.
Saved a certain 6 for his team, Hassan Bimat. Just brilliant. So I was talking about
I don't wanna add salt to the wound, but if this would have been taken, this would have been one heck of a catch. Great try. It's not easy when you're trying to save a 6 at the same time trying to catch the ball, but great effort by Hassan. But if he would have caught that, I think he was still inside. What do you think?
he was inside for sure. No two things about it. But I think his balance was off, so he just tried to push it in, so he could at least save the 6. Smart thinking from him. Saved certain 5 runs for his team.
With that, we got Calvin Savage on strike. Chippa to continue. I think I'm going to see another 6 here. Nope. Classic Savage. The way he's batting today, it seems like he's just picking his right balls and then going after them. Otherwise, he's very calm. So he has a different mindset today, Calvin. Played in the gap for an easy single.
I think he's trying to finish the game today. The way he's playing here, he knows when to just
And that-
accelerate.
Exactly, and that's the exact mentality Cougars needs from him today. They want him to stay there till the end of the 20 overs. That's the only way they can win today. Because it won't be easy for any new batter to come in and just settle in and start scoring runs. So having Calvin out there will be a big plus.
Absolutely. Calvin Savage, a lot depends on him. If he can actually, him and Danish, if they can get to beyond 100, I can guarantee you that it's going to be Cougars game tonight. Because the kind of batting they have, Nihal, they have Sunny Singh, and then they have Mujib, they have...
I haven't seen Nihal play very freely here, to be honest with you, because I was watching a game from home, courtesy of Barry and Adi, thanks to our broadcasting team. And I noticed that he wasn't playing as freely as one would of his level. So I don't know if it's the pitch, it's the Hanover Park's ground conditions, or it's just
Yeah.
him as a batsman. So I'm not expecting when it's going to be 40 runs in 3 overs or 2 overs, he's going to come out and take the game away. But on the other hand, some of the other batters like Sunny Singh and whatnot, they are so used to
Yeah.
these grounds.
No, it's just the attitude, right? So Nihal Sanjay just came in. He just came in this year.
Sure.
Started playing for Chicago United. Scored a couple of centuries, couple of half centuries. He's doing really well, but unfortunate for him, he doesn't get to bat in the same position too often. Sometimes he goes number 8. Sometimes he goes
Sure,
number 5. Sometimes he opens. So it's very hard for a batsman to kind of understand his role, playing in different things. And especially these franchise leagues, when folks watch you all over the world, especially the Midwest Premier League, the kind of organization this has become, brilliant franchise league. Everybody wants to play under pressure because they want stats on board, because they want to get selected to minor league. They want the scouts to watch them. They want people to talk about them, in different games.
Sure.
So I think that's the blocker for Nihal Sanjay, because I've seen him play. He's come practiced with us in the nets. He was supposed to play for Dolphins
Okay.
if Chicago United was not part of the Yash 30-30.
Makes sense.
And Nihal is such a brilliant bat. Like, he is like somebody who can literally score 24 runs in an over.
Oh, nice,
But-
nice. To be honest with you, I have heard about him from one of my, cousins in a completely different sense. Like he was saying, oh, so I have a friend, his name is Sanjay Nihal, he is from Hyderabad, he plays at certain level, he's coming. So I knew exactly when he landed.
Got it.
And he came last year. He initially started playing last year. Wasn't a big name in the Chicago community, and this year he is. So I heard a lot about him playing back home, but I haven't seen something magical so far at this level. So let's see how that goes.
Definitely. This might as well be the game for him. This is the right setup,
Yep.
because if he plays in this game and performs, literally the world's watching. The
Yep.
sky is the limit.
And it'll be a big confidence booster for him as well. Nicely bowled, beautifully played by
Oh.
Calvin Savage. Chance of a catch, but nope, clears the fielder.
By miles. This is unbelievable hitting from Calvin Savage. Experience coming into play. He's trying to keep that 8-run momentum, like run per over.
Mhm.
You see the run rate after 8 is 48 for 3. He's trying to keep that required ask under 12. So I was actually interviewing a couple of international folks
Mhm.
uh, when I was back in Chennai. I was asking them, what is the mindset of a batsman while chasing?
Mhm.
And one of the very famous finishers, Dinesh Karthik, he told me only one thing. When I go into bat, as long as it's 10 run per over, I can consistently score for 50 overs. Because the way he plays is 2 boundaries and 2 singles, and he is flawless in it. Like, you look at all his first class stats, that would be pretty much his tempo. 4 single, 4 single. Everybody who plays around him just tries to, give him a single. So that is when I kind of analyzed a lot of big hitters,
Sure.
especially for the mighty Sunny Singh, Calvin Savage.
Nicely picked, and
Oh,
this time
brilliantly put away towards the backward square leg for a
for a
boundary.
boundary.
So to me, the run rate is still under 12, so Cougars are still my favorites.
No, the game is still on. Like we were discussing, they have enough batting lineup, and now the runs are coming from both the sides. There was 1 over, only 4 runs were conceded, but the intent was there. There was 1 shot that was dropped, but he went for a 6. The other one was almost a 6, pulled in by Hassan. So the intent was there. So that is one thing that I always look for. You have 7 batters to come. 6 batters to come. You're only 3 wickets down, and you have intent. There you go, beautiful delivery, good comeback by Chippa.
Absolutely. And you look at these numbers, they are quite tricky. They play a mind game on you.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw this Virat Kohli's interview when he finished this game against Sri Lanka, where Ramesh Raja was asking him about what his mindset is when he chases.
Mm-hmm.
He says, when I'm actually scoring 129 of 12 overs, it looks pretty big ask. But when I break it down into the number of balls, it's 69 balls to score 129, which is very much doable. At least that's what Virat
Nicely
Kohli
put.
said.
Yeah,
So
nicely put.
you know, it's a game. It's a mind game. It's how strong you are, how calculative you are, how smart you are to pick those gaps. That's what.
That actually
finishes.
reminds me of one of Sachin Tendulkar's interview. I remember watching, where this was the final of the World Cup, where Ricky Ponting batted like a champion and scored, I think
40 something.
140 something, right?
I remember that game,
And
yeah.
they were chasing 350 to win. So Tendulkar said that, think about this: a boundary every over, in the air, chance of a catch. It's gonna drop short. It does. So Hassan and Danish are having a good TikTok session here, where Danish hits the ball. It goes to Hassan, but not cleanly, and somehow Danish survives. So 55 for 3 and 8.5. I'm gonna continue my point about Sachin after this ball. Chippa to bowl the last over of the last ball of the
Oh.
ninth. Nicely played by Calvin in the gap.
Free and punch down.
Danish wants to come back for 2 and will get it easily. Good running between the wickets by Cougars. Takes the score to 57. So I was talking about Sachin. So Sachin said that the mindset in the dressing room was a boundary every over. So that's 200 runs. Isn't it? Hold on. 4 times 50 is 200. And then that leaves us with
150 to be scored.
No, that
in
leaves us with how many balls?
250
250
balls.
balls. And then he's like 250 balls. We have to
Score 153.
no, hold on. I got to do the math right. So he was saying basically we just need one boundary every over and then singles. So that was the whole mindset. So we were
That's the
chasing
point.
300 and
So they have 250 balls to score 150
yes.
if they were to hit 50 boundaries.
Exactly.
that's
there you go. So
200
they were
and
chasing
150.
350.
Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
there you go. So 215 singles and then one boundary every over, which is so gettable.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you were saying 2 sixes in an over is something that you can do consistently. Dinesh Karthik was saying I can score 10 runs, which is 2 boundaries. So he was like every over 1 boundary and then just rotate the strike. That was the mindset. But then unfortunately he got out in the first over. And I'm pretty sure that's when the dressing room got a mild heart attack as well.
Yeah, Sachin is a billion hopes.
Yep.
So people always contest about who's a great batsman, Virat Kohli or Sachin Tendulkar. I think there's no contest there because Sachin is a god of Virat Kohli, and he himself says it.
Absolutely.
So-
And see, honestly, there's no comparison.
Exactly.
I remember when I was growing up, my dad used to say, we have seen Vivian Richards bat and Sunil Gavaskar batting without a helmet and facing some deadly bowling lineup of West Indies. So you can compare Sunil Gavaskar to Sachin at the same time you can compare Sachin to
Sunil
Virat.
Gavaskar is all chat and talk, less action.
No, if for that era. So what? An appeal for court. I mean, stumping, denied by the umpire. No, I'm saying like you can compare people. So especially legends who played in a completely different era. Using that as an example and comparing Sachin and Virat, I think, in my
I mean,
opinion, they
Virat
both are
never
different.
really carried a billion hopes. When Virat
True.
played, he had the likes of Dhoni, he had the likes of Yuvraj, he had the likes of Sehwag. There's so many match winners.
Sure.
But when Sachin played, it was a billion hopes. When Sachin gets out, everybody turns off the TV. The
True.
entire pressure of
See,
billion
you
hopes.
and I will definitely agree to this because we are from that era. But I'm sure there are some youngsters out there who probably will, contradict and say something else. But I completely agree with you. For me, Sachin any day over Virat or over anybody else.
Yeah.
Even I was watching an interview. Ooh, nicely stumped. And Danish, last ball.
What's it with Venki tonight? He's at least dislodged the wickets.
He is the
15
game
to
changer.
20
He is the game changer for me. If not Kami, then he's the one.
You look at that.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's
beautiful.
gone. That's gone.
How about now is the reaction from Venki. That brings in Nihal Sanjay, the man we were talking about earlier.
So a lot of bucks now. The kind of intro I gave him.
Yes.
It all comes down to how he's going to perform.
Let's see those 24 runs in an over. Now I'm sure he's going to play himself in a little bit and then probably go after the bowlers.
What's surprising is you will not see dot balls from Nihal. He'll rotate the strike at the bare minimum. That's what makes him a very dangerous person, because if Calvin Savage can stick on, even if Nihal Sanjay can rotate singles and doubles, he's a different beast.
No, absolutely, and that is exactly what Cougars would want him to do, either score runs or rotate the strike, because Calvin is already out there and he looks in a very good nick. He's timing the ball really well. Having a youngster on the other side who can rotate the strike will be a big time blessing for him. But again, going back to Venki, excellent keeping.
Absolutely. I don't want to take anything away from the Itasca Warriors here tonight. They have literally dominated in the batting. They have come back super strong in the bowling. They haven't given them any sort of a momentum so far, except those couple of big hits from Calvin Savage. This is brilliant. Great contest to watch. We travel miles to come here just to have a game like this.
Nicely
go.
bowled, well punched in the gap.
As I said, Nihal Sanjay is pretty strong. You cannot see dot
Underestimated.
balls under him, and you cannot underestimate him. If Nihal sticks on to about 20-25, he can really change the course of the game as well. I would love to watch this kid. I mean, I just wish somebody from Cougars.
Nicely
Oh, what a
pulled. There
shot.
is a fielder, but easy single there. Nicely played, but picked the fielder there, Calvin.
Absolutely.
But the intent is there. That is what we all look for. Both
Yeah.
Nihal and Calvin look very positive.
Definitely. So I was just saying, somebody from Cougars had they tapped on the shoulder and said, "Apna game khel," it would have been a different scenario altogether. Because when you actually empower the players to play their natural game, that kind of brings the best out of them.
Sure, I completely agree with you. As long as they know what's required and they play the game in their style but according to the requirement.
There you go, 10 overs, 12.2 required. Still not a big ask. Mind you, 60 balls, 120.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they are 10 hits away from leveling the equation. So, given that batting lineup like Mujib, like Sunny Singh, Nihal, and Calvin, and look at Mohammad Mohsin. So, I think those sixers can
And
be taken for granted.
don't get me wrong, but I think Shahir Hassan getting a chance to bowl because of his batting today. And I think this is the moment that Cougars should make the best of. Not a usual bowler. And Calvin Savage could go after him and try to get those extra runs that they are behind.
Absolutely, and this could be real tricky as well because when they see somebody like Shahir coming in, they kind of think that it's easy to hit him
Mhm.
and might even give away a wicket.
Absolutely. I
So
agree with you there.
sometimes these funny changes they work, but again these could be game-changing moments too if Calvin tries to pick on Shahir Hassan. Then you never know.
Mhm. Let's
Like
see.
I've
We
seen
have
this game
5 more
against.
balls to go in this over.
I've
with
seen this
Calvin
game
on strike.
against Elgin Eagles where they've ended up scoring 180 thanks to Ramiz Raja's 100 or something in that innings. And then I kind of see Dr. Akbar opening and giving away 26 runs, and he comes and bowls in the power play.
Mhm.
That changed the entire momentum right in the power play.
Mhm.
By the end of 6 overs, I think Cardinals were
Cruising.
somewhere about 80ish by the end of power play. That literally made half the game for them, and they chased 175 in 14 overs.
And then looking at the way Shahir is bowling today, 3 very good balls, especially the last one. Nihal, who according to you doesn't play any dots, kind of misjudged that one. And so far only 3 runs conceded. 2 runs conceded in this over. Even Calvin wasn't able to put his full toss away.
Yeah.
So the trick and the gamble going in Itasca's favor.
Shahir is not an easy bowler, mind you. He in swings, even with an old ball. So that slow in swinging balls could be tricky at times. Oh, that's a wide ball.
Wide delivery.
It's gonna be an interesting contest for sure. 12.53, the required run rate climbing up the hill now. Every ball you will see the run rate.
Nicely pulled, and that's gonna go
That's-
for a massive 6 over cow corner.
And that's exactly what I was telling about Nihal Sanjay when he gets going. Oh boy, I would love to watch the replay on that occasion.
Look at this. Nicely
Oh,
picked.
boy.
Beautiful shot.
What an incredible hit. What a smart batsman he is. Super talented. Just 21 years of age. They are playing with 3 under 21 players, Cougars. I really have to appreciate their encouragement for the youngsters. No,
Another
should be a
wide
wide.
outside off, and they also managed to steal a single. So that's 2 wides.
It's becoming a big over.
Exactly. I was just gonna say from 3 runs, or I should say 2 runs of 3 balls. Now it's 11 of 4. Calvin on strike. I'm sure he's gonna take some pressure off of Cougars with that. No, just a single. Still 1 more ball left in this over. I want to know what Calvin is thinking right now. We are in the 11th over. Run rate is what, 12 runs an over required. Nicely played in the gap. Good fielding by the point fielder, but still managed to take a single.
I think Calvin is trying to pull off a Dhoni here tonight. He's trying to take it to the last over.
I agree. I mean, he's very calm. His actions suggest that he wants to stay out there, not play any rush shot right now. So I guess he is trying to pull off a Dhoni. I hope he is able to. 11 overs gone, 73 for 4. Required run rate is 12 runs and over at
You
this
look
point.
at that 13 run over. That's exactly what I was saying.
Mhm.
As long as you're a couple of hits away for 9 overs, you can do it with 7 wickets in hand,
Sure.
and that shouldn't be any problem whatsoever. I think it's 7 wickets in hand, I believe. Oh no, 6 wickets in hand.
The last
Four
time I
down.
was here in the commentary box, Cougars was batting. They were chasing in that game against Elgin Eagle about 90 runs, while Chicago Rangers were still in the contest and they lost in the last over. So I'm sure Salman Bhai is going to come to me in the 18th over and tell me to go away. Nicely bowled. Venki. Ooh, the entire day the guy was sharp, but this time he had a chance for a run out and he missed the stumps completely. A rushed single there by Calvin. He wanted to get on strike.
I think that was a completely unnecessary.
Yep.
He risked
A
such
run
a big
out,
wicket
yes,
for
a
us.
run out at that occasion would have costed Cougars big time. Nicely bowled. Well
What a
played in the
shot
gap
this
for a
is.
boundary. I think
What
that's a
an
6. It is.
incredible hit from
Beautiful
Calvin.
shot by Calvin.
Such a flat 6. Just watch it sail over. Such a flat hit.
Beautiful.
Brilliant.
Beautiful.
What fast hands, what bat speed, and what timing.
Brings the required run rate down to 11.7.
I think they wanted to materialize in Fahad Khan's last over.
Mhm.
There's a reason why Calvin Savage took that risky single. He wanted to face as many balls as possible. But look at that required run rate now, 11.77. This is exactly what I talk about in chasing. As long as it's 12 run per over, you just gotta believe that you can do it. And for somebody who's played international level, the caliber, the might of Calvin Savage.
Beautiful shot. This time in the air, fielder getting underneath. It's Fahad Babar, but he didn't try too hard. At this level, he should have went for it. Approach was a little too casual there.
You look at Sunny Singh in the dugout. He's cheering. He's yelling. He's like, run the first run hard. He's padded up.
Either he didn't see the ball or he didn't want to get underneath that. A good comeback there by Fahad after getting hit for a 6. Almost got Calvin out in the outfield and now bowled a dot ball to Sanjay. 2 more balls to go in this over.
They just need 1-4.
Nicely
And they get it.
pulled a fielder underneath. 1 bounce, 2 bounces to him, just a single. So good shots are turning into minor ones.
Yeah, the grounds in Chicago, you don't get the value for shots.
We're
But
playing
today the ground conditions are much better, mind you.
compared to the time of the year, absolutely. Oh, nicely bowled by Fahad, and that's a great over by him. Run rate now 12.5.
Yeah, they're 4 runs short this over in scoring the 12 runs. Still a good over. 8 run per over is still good in T20 cricket, but not at this time for Cougars.
Yep. And still to bat, Mohammad Mohsin played for Texas Rangers and a great batsman. After that, we got Sunny Singh, and like you said, then we got 2 minor league players, Farhan Ali and Mujib. So definitely batting still left. But do we have enough balls to chase down the scorer? 8 overs left in this game.
What an interesting game this has become. You look at those worms, they're not mating tonight.
And let's take a look at the points table for this tournament. The standings so far. Cougars are at number 7. If they don't win today, it's a must win for them against St. Charles Raptors. which is going to be tomorrow. A flat shot in the gap, a single there. Hassan Bimat supporting his fellow player Sanjay, talking to someone at the boundary about let him play his game the way he likes to play.
Absolutely. One thing I've seen with Cougars, they have too much of an expectation. I played for Cougars in the American T20, was playing on 12 from 8, and they sent some fielder to ask me if I wanted to walk out.
That just shows their passion towards the game.
Sure, I
nothing
mean,
more.
I don't blame them. It's just that they have the mites of, you know, Adila Medulla after me, so they
I mean,
just.
honestly, they have seen the lights of Wasim Khan and Kami in their prime, so they expect no less than a six on every ball. So, but I see what you're saying as a batsman as well, that you should be allowed to play the way you want to play, as long as you're doing it based on the requirement. Going back to the score, 85 for 4 in 12.4. Now run rate is 13.23. Do we see a boundary at this moment? Here goes Kelvin Savage, chance of a catch, but nope. Few bounces before. Thank you. It's our using hot popcorn. So if you hear my foodie noise, that is because I'm eating some amazing freshly cooked popcorns. Last ball left in this over. Nicely
shot.
played, and that's a massive six by Sanjay Nehal.
This is the longest tonight. This is the longest anybody has hit tonight. It literally fell on the other ground.
Look at this. Beautiful timing
a
over
shot.
long off for a cracking six. Takes the score to 92, and I'm sure the run rate is now back to under 12. No, it's at 12.86. But good to see that they both are batting freely. They're hitting the odd boundaries and rotating the strike. I think that's a very good sign. 13 overs done, 92 for 4. Still a lot of batting to come. I'm gonna leave you in the hands of Shri for the next 2 overs and eat these popcorns and come back. And also make sure that we are ready for the presentation after this. All yours.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Shahrukh. Love you. Enjoyed having a wonderful conversation with you. So back live, folks. The game's getting interesting. Just a little under 13 now. A couple of big hits will level the equation. The game's getting really interesting, and I have Ranga with me here in the commentary box. Always such a delight to have a company, and Ranga, perfect for a good conversation, gives very honest feedback, speaks his mind. So Ranga, what do you think?
It's going to be a close game. It's going to be like, I would say right now it is 75% in favor of Itasca, unless Calvin can go really berserk from here. It's not going to be easy hit against the likes of Vineet and others. I felt their power play was too bad. Chasing 180, you need at least 50 or 60 in the power play, but I think they were about what, 30, 35?
36 exactly
36,
at the end of power play.
And then they lost the 2 big wickets, the 2 big hitters. Chasing 180, you need a good start, but I think what their 10 overs they scored 60, which is, it's okay if you're chasing 140 or 150, but then you're too much to catch up the back and it's very difficult.
Oh, what a shot. Fielder right there. Will only get one. But they're okay with that because Calvin Savage is trying to keep the strike. So
I don't think-
surprising that Vineet Sinha came in right away. They should have waited till the 16th over to bring Vineet Sinha in.
If you look at the other way, if they get Savage, they may think the game is over.
But Calvin Savage, he is trying to pull off a Dhoni here tonight. He's trying to take the game towards the last over. You look at the strike rates. At this point, Nihal Sanjay is playing at a better strike rate. Oh, what good running between the wickets. Wonderful from Nihal Sanjay. Nihal, he's playing with a strike rate much better than Calvin Savage here tonight. He's a wonderful bat. Calvin Savage, he needs no introduction. As long as this man's at the crease, even 15 run overs are doable. But I think they need to start hitting some big ones to kind of get that run rate down a little bit to bring it to under 12. Because it doesn't matter how many wickets you have at the end of the game. Oh,
Is that a no ball?
smart bowling this. Should not be a no. But really smart bowling this. Calvin Savage, he's a tall man. Very hard to get a waist level no. And that was surely not a no.
Review.
Okay, so they've asked for a review. Let's look at that. A review. Rightly so. It was almost at the waist level, but was dipping. Even he knew it. He just took it because he felt the pressure from the team in the dugout. They said they have an option. It's not a lifeline. It's not like a DRS where you only have 2 chances. You might as well take it if it's not in your favor. This is going to be interesting. The run rate now almost reaching 14. That's a slower one from Vinit Sinha.
Excellent over thus. Just 4 runs and 5 balls. And when you are chasing more than 14 and over, that's the reason why I win it this year, to increase the net run rate. Sorry, the required run rate.
Oh, what brilliant shot.
So the boundary,
Straight down the ground.
excellent.
Brilliant fielding in the deep. Just 1 run, and I can't believe that. Saved 3 runs for his team. Brilliant. Brilliant effort in the deep.
Just 5 runs at over, Sri. If you look at it,
Absolutely.
84
14 runs.
Right? They need 84 runs in 6 overs. Required run rate of 14. And
You
if you
never.
saw Itasca's innings, right? 2 big moments, I would say. One was the sitter dropped by Big Daddy of Shahir Hassan when he was in single digits, and that was an absolute sitter.
Definitely, there's way too many catches dropped by Cougars. Most of the times they keep dropping catches. That's something they need a lot of improvement on.
And
Even
when Shahir was struggling to hit, Salman came to bowl, and that in over hit 3 sixes, and that's where he got the momentum. The team got the momentum from there. They were
Yeah.
9 over 60, and then that 1 over went for 22.
So there's a lot on these 2 batsmen here tonight. They have to go absolutely berserk, because in the last 6 overs you have nothing to lose. You have Sunny Singh, you have Mujib, you have Mohammad, plays for Texas. All good batsmen.
Mohammad Mohsin is injured. He's not going to bat today.
Really?
Yep.
Calvin Savage is just sticking to one. He should keep most of the strike now and start accelerating. It's now or never. At this point, if you don't start scoring 14 run overs.
Waiting for Asad to take a catch.
This is brilliant bowling from the Itasca Warriors. They have done a stunning job tonight. They have been bowling brilliantly. They haven't let Cougars dominate at any point. This is just brilliant. Abir Chippa is just toying with the batsman now. Calvin Savage. Can you believe that? He's playing on 37 from 30. And they need 15 per over now. That's a wide signal by the umpire. The bowler is not convinced. The bowler is saying he's played a reverse sweep.
Don't make us work, man.
This is brilliant. Just brilliant from Abir Chippa.
To keep a batsman of Savage's caliber, 3-4 dot balls is really excellent bowling.
3 dot balls. There was a single and a wide. Oh, what brilliant bowling this from Abir Chippa. They're almost at 16 runs per over now. They'll need at least 3 sixers every over. A lot depends on Calvin because he can hit 3 sixers an over.
That was a very strange over of batting from Calvin. He was not trying to go for anything. Well left at this point of time. I'm not able to understand the logic, Sri.
Yeah, I wonder what's happening here really. I don't know if Calvin Savage is just playing it out. He was definitely not happy when he was bowling. There were so many misfields, drop catches. And the 5-run penalty from Veer. So nothing helped him to get that kind of a momentum. But he's definitely playing a wonderful knock here tonight. Just have to make sure he has to start attacking. I think Nihal Sanjay and Calvin, they both will go from now on. There's only 30 balls left.
Just 30 balls left. What,
81.
81.
If they pull this game, it's going to be something. But a lot depends on this over. If they don't get that big over, the 20-22 run over, it's all over. They've got to somehow pull it all back. Yeah, I think Mitanch is coming in. This might be the over they want to target. Young kid, just 15 years of age. All right, ball 1. That's a wide to start with. The pressure on young Mitanch.
It will be a pretty good experience for Mitanch to think smartly and bowl to a batsman who's willing to just go for sixers. We will see how much he can learn from this over. Sri?
I think they'll get a 20-run over.
and twos.
Yep.
Ones and twos are not going to help the cause tree.
Yeah, definitely not. So there was a small correction earlier when I was talking about the game from Cardinals and Elgin Eagles. I mentioned that Dr. Akbar actually gave 26 run over, but it's not 26, it's just 18 run over. Oh, this is a mighty six, much needed. And Nihal Sanjay, he is taking it on himself because he's seeing that Calvin is struggling. This is brilliant. Much needed six. So, Dr. Akbar, if you're hearing this, I'm sorry about the stats. That was an 18 run over.
I think the highest run given by a bowler this tournament was Prithvish. If I remember right, he gave 33 or 34 in a game against Cougars.
Got it. Yeah, could be. I think.
I wasn't doing the commentary that time, so I remember
Oh,
it
okay.
three.
Yeah, I think there was another expensive over from Sampath as well, from Chicago players. I think they scored about 30 runs or something even in that over. But that game, the same game, Sampath Reddy, he came back and he won it for his team out of the blue. Just surprising. Oh, this is biggest of the night, ladies and gentlemen. This has crossed into the Ashwood Park. This is incredible hitting from Nihal Sanjay. You look at that. Oh my goodness, look at where the ball landed. It went to the other ground. It crossed the street. This is a much needed over. If they were to win, this is exactly what they need to do. And look at Nihal Sanjay. He's scoring twice as fast as Calvin Savage. I told everybody before Nihal walked in, this kid is going places. He's incredible. He just has to keep playing his normal game everywhere he plays. That's it, period. What an incredible talent from Hyderabad.
Now I know.
No, I didn't know him in Hyderabad. I just heard that he played HCA. So anybody who graduates HCA is kind of amazing. It's not easy. This is good running between the wickets. That's two now.
This was the over they were waiting for quite a while.
As I said it's going to be a 20 run over. They scored 18 so far with one ball remaining.
They should have had this 2-3 overs ago. It would have been lot less of a pressure.
Absolutely.
But we need Calvin to go from the other end.
Definitely. I think it's not going to be a one-man show at this point. 16 needed. I mean, look at that over. Nihal Sanjay just making it hardly through with all the might that he has. What an incredible chase this has been. Oh, wide. Should be a wide.
That's a wide.
There you go. That's wide. That's 19 this over. Mitansh Nityanandam, young guy, just 15 years of age. Oh, lucky to get away with on that occasion. So my forecast didn't come true. I said it's going to be a 20 run over. Ended up being a 19 run over. But doesn't matter. Nihal Sanjay, take a bow. You kept your team in the chase. 24 balls, 62 needed. Still not too much. Excuse me.
over is going to be the key. Last over by Abir was amazing over. He just gave 3 runs. Is it Shahir Hassan? Abir has finished his spell. This is going to be a big over.
Wonder what Calvin Savage is doing.
Yeah.
He's got to go for it. He just has to
He's
swing
just
at it.
waiting for everybody. Everything
Oh,
in his
he
arm.
was probably not ready because the scorecard didn't move. I don't know if it's a dead ball.
No, it was not. It was a legal delivery. Right, Hassan? Legal delivery, right? No. It was not a dead ball, right? That's what I'm saying.
Scorecard didn't move, so I was kind of surprised what happened. Oh, this is high in the air. Hassan Bemathi is getting underneath it, but it will fall short. They will get 2. The 2s are not going to do. A 12-run over is not going to help at this point. They need 16. So they need a couple of 6ers and a 4.
The challenge that they have is this side is hitting against the wind.
They'll just have to go for it, I believe, because Nihal Sanjay cleared it by miles. Hit probably the longest 6er tonight.
Hassan is having a tough time on the field today.
This should be taken. Oh no, it's dropped. That's 2 runs.
He never looked like catching it. He was not seeing the ball. He ran little too late.
Yeah, it's never easy to judge the ball under these lights. You can see he was kind of struggling to eye that, and he got underneath it. Wonder who the fielder was.
Abir.
Abir Chippa got it. He's usually a good fielder. Oh no. Calvin Savage.
Swinging to the moons, but connecting thin air.
It's a good analogy, by the way. I'll use it in the upcoming commentary sessions. So, Calvin Savage is swinging to the moon and hitting thin air. That's a single from Calvin Savage. That's 5 runs and 5 balls when you need 16 run over, and the required run rate now 18. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Calvin Savage could have gone for it.
The ball is chasing Hassan today.
Alright, so just 3 overs remaining. 57 needed. 19 runs required per over. 3 sixers. Can somebody do it at this point? Calvin Savage is definitely not living up to his expectations tonight. He's played a wonderful knock for sure. Just not enough for his team. I wonder what he was trying to do. This over he scored 5 runs. And last over he's faced all 6 deliveries and only scored 3 runs. When his team needs 16 runs, just go swing at it. Because there are 3 big hitters down in the dugout. You're not even letting them play. Wonder what's happening.
The way things are going, looks like we're coming back here tomorrow for Cougars versus Rangers. If this was just 1 over of 19 runs, trust me, with these 2 out there and with so much batting to come, we definitely had a chance. But doing this consistently for 3 overs, that is the problem.
Let me share an unpopular opinion, Sri. If this over Calvin is not going to go, I wouldn't hesitate to call him back and let Sunny go in.
I'm sure that's what Salman Bhai is thinking too, but I don't think that's going to happen. It's going to be very unfair to Calvin.
He has a reputation of hitting. I'm still sure he can, but from what he has seen so far.
Nicely bowled and clean him up. That's the end of Calvin Savage. What a savage way to get him out.
That solves one problem.
So both Itasca and Cougars are happy that Calvin is walking back.
I'm
But-
not sure if Itasca is happy.
But like I said, it's
They
not
might
easy.
probably
It's-
wanted Calvin Savage on strike.
like I was saying earlier, that it's not easy to bat under these lights, and especially under a good opposition. And 19 kind of adds that pressure. Good 44 or 40 balls, but not for today's situation. Brings in Sunny Singh.
Yeah, a strike rate of 110. When you need a strike rate of 160, he's not gonna do it. I don't blame Calvin Savage though. He's played a wonderul knock. He's played a supporting knock, to be honest. I mean, look at the batsmen who have come in the top order. Like you talk about Riaz Mohammed. He's played 3 from 9 deliveries. You talk about these run a ball situations. You're not even at run a ball. You're playing at a strike rate of 25. That's a lot.
And the last thing we wanted was rain, and we hear water drops on our tent.
No, but I think
Yeah, it started
Yeah,
drizzling
as
for
per
sure.
DL, definitely Itasca are on top, but the number of wickets that Cougars have lost, that could be a good question. But no, it looks like we are about to stop the play the way it's raining.
no, it's
I'm not too sure, so I'm gonna head and cover my checks.
okay. You thought you'll say cover something else. It's okay.
I think it's just a passing cloud.
It won't be easy for Sunny to go straight away, even though that's the requirement at this point of time. I think Cavage started really well, but then the last half of his innings, he was pretty pedestrian today, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Niyal Sanjay. He's a lone warrior fighting, but I don't think it's doable even for him now. They need 23 runs and over. It's pretty much curtains for the Cougars here tonight.
what they should do is not to lose by a big margin, because net run rate can still come into effect based on tomorrow's game output tree. So they should go for it, but again they shouldn't lose all the wickets. A huge 50-run defeat
Yeah,
would become curtains for them from a net run rate situation too.
definitely.
So that 22.
Wonder why they took a pause for the second run. They should have just gone for it, but maybe it's the last over or something. That's our last ball or something.
Are they coming out? Looks like they are coming off.
Yep. So they are coming out. Not quite sure what's happening. But the rain kind of stopped.
Yeah, I think so too.
The drizzle's quite stopped actually. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a short break and resume.